Hey guys, and welcome to Escape the Echo Chamber with Neil's cat and Ben and Sarah. And today we are at my parents in Bundaberg, and yeah, we're doing maintenance this week. So yeah, let me show you what we've been doing. We'll start in here with the basics. We've been changing the oil today, so you've got to like take this off, right, because that's where your oil goes back in. But yeah, then you unscrew this little cap in here with an oil filter wrench, and the whole thing comes out, and it's like a paper filter thing. You slide off and change the O-rings and slide it back on, and then you stick it back in there and you screw it back in with your oil filter wrench. But before you do all that, you want to get under here and loosen off that bolt there, and all your oil will come out of there. Now be ready, because there's like 10 litres in there, so like you're gonna fill up a bucket at least. And yeah, so next up we're gonna do the diesel filter, which is a pretty simple process. You unplug all these things off the top, move them out of the way, undo this, slide your new filter in, then you fill your filter up with diesel from the top, and then you put all these back on, and then you go and start it. And hopefully you don't get too much air in the lines, and it'll just go. Air filter as well we're gonna do. That's a real simple one. You unclip that box and you swap the air filter out. So yeah, that's how you do like basic service on your Mercedes 308 CDI. Yeah, that wasn't all the maintenance we needed. The biggest problem was when we're driving, we get this big squeak between like the cab and the house bit. So yeah, let me show you how I fix that. If you come over here, right, see all in here, I did this about a month ago, and that's all marine grade Sikaflex to try and like glue the cab to that to stop it like squeaking in the middle there. But yeah, that kind of worked. But then you've seen in the last few videos, we did a bit of four-wheel driving, and it starts to come apart at the top here, and then the squeaking starts again. So I'm like, well, that's no good. Oh, hey, Sarah. So then if you come inside here, I pulled this bit of plastic interior out and pulled all this carpet back, and there's like a row of screws down here holding the cab to the body. Well, there was like 2 rusted out screws that were still in there, and they were finger tight. So yeah, I've replaced it all with a row of like good metal and wood screws all the way down there, big chunky ones, and then I doubled them up and put ones in the middle. So like that's solid as, that ain't gonna squeak or move or nothing anymore. And then just to make sure, I run a row of bolts through this top bulkhead to kind of like clamp that, because the roof of the wall of the house bit comes down here, and then there's the metal from the van in there, and it's sandwiched by like these 2 bits of wood that are covered in all this stuff. So what I've done is, yeah, put the bolt through and then really sandwiched that, so like it's holding on tight now. And yeah, that should fix all our squeaking problems. If you look from this side, you can see I use these nice treated copper bolts. So they've got like a nice gold head, and then I used a nice stainless washer, and they just kind of look like press buttons from this side, which is excellent. And then I know they're sticking out a little bit on that side, but you can't hit your head up there anyway, because like you can't fit your head like up in there to actually hit the thing. So yeah, it's perfect. And yeah, if it stops the squeaking, I'll be wrapped. And yeah, the other big thing we had to do was get rid of all the dust, because we had like half the desert in here. So we've like wiped everything down and emptied all the dust out of the drawers and the cupboards. And now we've been washing all our clothes. We had to wash all our dishes. Yeah, everything got a good scrubbing. Oh yeah, I stopped the TV flopping around, so the TV won't like go bang, 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 bang every time we move. So that'll be heaps better. And I noticed that like the bit of the TV that mounts to the wall, like the plastic bit, it's come separate from like the plastic bit on the front of the TV, so the TV's like almost fallen apart too. It wasn't like, it's a 12-volt TV, but yeah, it's like 42-inch. It's a flash one, and I don't think it was really designed to be flopping around inside your motorhome. It's more of like if you had a 12-volt setup at home, maybe.
I'm glad you realised before it got any worse.
It'll be right. Other than that, it's just been downsizing again. Like if you live in one of these, you'll just constantly downsize until you end up with like almost nothing like we have now. And yeah, that's how you want to be living in the motorhome. So yeah, nothing left to do now but take it for a test drive and see if we stop the squeaking. Then we're gonna go to Brisbane soon, and then to Melbourne. Beast. We're here, I'll show you the old man's projects a little bit. He's doing this HR panel van. He's just finished painting. He's gonna like get a big mural painted on the side there and stuff, and yeah, I think he's gonna make it into like a little camper so him and mum can go around touring. And yeah, it's gonna be a beast. And down here's his FJ. He bought this probably close to 12 months ago now, and when it was getting shipped up from Sydney, the truck driver let it roll off the truck, and yeah, so here we are. Big dent in the boot, and yeah, it needs a bit of body work. And the back, there's me Datsun, my sister's F6. That thing is a beast. Or me little boat in the corner. She's a 1972 little purple boat with the bubble windscreen. I'm not going to unwrap it, but yeah, one day we'll have to go take her out. Oh, and then up the side here is me old BMX dragster I found under a Queenslander. Someone like decked it out with all like the old school red line stickers and an old school seat and some old school BMX hangers and that. Turned this dragster into a BMX. And then I found it sitting like this underneath the Queenslander. I was like, oh man, that's awesome. So yeah, there we are. We're getting distracted now. What are we doing? Test drive. We have ignition. All systems go. Alright, so we've come like out the back of Bundaberg, like 2 minutes out the back of Bundaberg, and it looks like this. And yeah, found the bumpiest road we could, and now, you ready? No squeaks. No squeaks. It's so nice and quiet and relaxing the drive now. All the squeaking stopped, the TV stopped rattling. It's like,
it's amazing.
Perfect.
Luxurious.
So, yeah. All our maintenance has gone down well, and we're all ready to start heading to Brisbane in preparation to head to Melbourne. So yeah, and like how cool is rural Bundaberg as well? Like, well, there's the suburbs right there, right? Like it's all so
all
close.
Right there.
Alright, so we're back home. We're just gonna quickly check everything, make sure there's no leaks, and we're done. Oh, look how cute the baby little turbo is. And yeah, no leaks there. The cap's on good. No leaks down there, no leaks around that, no leaks under here hopefully, and there's a bit of weeping there, but that was probably on there already. I'll just keep an eye on that. There's no drips though, so yeah. Done, ready to go. Melbourne, here we come. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.